Welcome to Comic Power. I am your host, Comic Killer 72. Today's segment is a special report, and that special report is what are going to be my predictions for what Marvel Comics will be doing for Phase 4. In other words, which characters will they be doing movies and TV shows on? And these are predictions for projects that have not been formally announced yet. To catch you up to Marvel Phase 1, 2, and 3, I'll go over that at the end of this video, but let's go ahead and get to my predictions already. My first prediction will be Ghost Rider. That's right, they're going to redo Ghost Rider, and it's going to kick ass. To tell you the truth, I can't wait to see Ghost Rider in the MCU. And yes, we did get 2 Ghost Rider movies. Those were not Marvel's fault. The one with Nick Cage that sucked, sucked horribly. Those were made by Columbia, which is a division of Sony. The rights are now back with Marvel. They're going to do this character justice, and they're going to do it correctly. Now that they've done Doctor Strange, they can do Ghost Rider because they've already introduced magic and horror into the MCU. I just want to take this time to bash the Nick Cage movies. They were just really so bad. They almost killed the character. The Rotten Tomatoes score on Ghost Rider Part 1 was 26%, and Part 2 was even worse with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 17%. Can somebody please answer this question? But now Marvel has the character back. It's going to be Johnny Blaze. It's going to be in the MCU, and it's probably going to hit theaters around 2022 or 2023. The book you need to be finding if you're a collector is Marvel Spotlight number 5 from 1972, which is the first appearance of Ghost Rider. Marvel Spotlight was not a big selling title for Marvel at the time, so it's a very rare book. Therefore, a very expensive one. A 9.4 of this sold for $2,000 on April 16th on eBay. Some ungraded raw copies were selling at the comic book conventions I've been going to for around about $500. If you're a speculator, there's still room for this to grow, so if you spend the money, you're going to get a profit later. My prediction is they're going to introduce Johnny Blaze in a future Doctor Strange movie, and you're going to get a Ghost Rider movie in the year 2022. My next prediction is Blade. I do believe they're going to make a Blade movie. They're going to make him guest star in a future Ghost Rider movie and then spin him off into his own feature film again. There was a Blade trilogy which starred Wesley Snipes shown here. The first Blade movie dropped in 1998 and is really the father of the modern superhero film. However, unlike Ghost Rider, it didn't suck. Unlike other movies, I believe that you can bring back Wesley Snipes. You don't have to recast his character based on the nature of the character. What I think they will do is this. In the comics, they're going to introduce a new character in a new Blade comic book, which is going to be his daughter. And she's going to take over the family business, so to speak. Shown here are sketch images of what that character is going to look like. And in the future Blade film, she's going to be the main character. He's going to be a supporting character, sort of like Yoda to her Luke Skywalker. I believe the best actress to cast for this character is going to be Keke Palmer. She's currently 22 years old. She still looks young enough to play 15 or 16, which the character is going to be in the comic. And as you can see, she's got the physical stature to be a superhero. So bring back Wesley Snipes, make the other 3 movies canon, and then introduce his daughter and make her the new Hunter. That would be outstanding. If you're a speculator, the book that you want is Tomb of Dracula number 10 from 1973. This is the first appearance of Blade. And just like Ghost Rider's first appearance, this is a very expensive book. A 9.8 is going to run you about $3,000. Ungraded raw near mints are probably going to go for about $350 to $400. The new Blade the Hunter, which is going to introduce his daughter, is going to come out around fall of 2016. It's going to be drawn by an African-American female named Afua Richardson, who I mentioned in a previous video. So an African-American artist with African-American lead characters in the comic. I don't think you ever seen anything like that, at least with a major like Marvel. It's going to be history in the making. So my prediction is there's going to be a future Blade movie in the year 2023 starring Wesley Snipes and hopefully Keke Palmer playing his daughter as the new Hunter. My next prediction for Phase 4 is the Midnight Suns. This is going to be the conglomerate that mixes Blade with Morbius the Living Vampire and Hellstorm. And I believe it will be a Netflix series instead of a movie. So Doctor Strange will set up Ghost Rider will set up Blade, and Blade will set up the Midnight Suns. And I believe it will be a prequel of the events that's happening before Blade the Hunter. This is Marvel getting deep into mysticism, horror, vampires, all types of crazy stuff that's way out there. My prediction is the Midnight Suns will appear on Netflix as a show around 2024. My next prediction is there will be a TV show for Moon Knight. This is a long time coming. The people that love Moon Knight really dig this character. I describe him as Batman, but with mysticism and crazier and dressed in all white instead of black. I believe the Netflix show The Midnight Suns will then spin off Moon Knight. I think this television show will finally give this character its due. If you're a speculator, his first appearance is in Werewolf by Night number 32 from 1975, and like Ghost Rider, is crazy expensive, somewhere in the neighborhood of about $5 grand or 9.8. So my prediction is that Moon Knight will get his own television show on Netflix around 2024 after The Midnight Suns as a spinoff. My next prediction for Phase 4 is going to be Machine Man, and I believe this is going to be a movie. Machine Man, also known as X-51, is a Jack Kirby creation. This character is sort of like the Vision, where it's artificial intelligence that becomes self-aware and becomes too human and becomes a threat to people because of that. Machine Man predates the Terminator and RoboCop. He was around before any of these characters existed. I would advise you to try to find his first appearance in 2001 Space Odyssey number 8 from 1977. These go for about $400 on a 9.8. If you can't find this or afford it, you can also get Machine Man number 1, his first ongoing series from 1978. The graded ones at 9.8 sell for about $100. You should be able to get a raw one for about $20 to $25. My prediction for Machine Man is it will be a movie in the year 2022, and it will be a spinoff from an Iron Man project where he's created at Stark Labs, and that will introduce the character to a broad audience. My next prediction for a movie will be The Thunderbolts. This is going to be Marvel's answer to the Suicide Squad, where reformed villains are going to take on these very dangerous missions. There's been several different versions of this team and many different members. One version has Deadpool, Ghost Rider, and Red Hulk in it. You're definitely not going to get Deadpool because his rights in the movies go back to Fox. What you probably will get is the 2016 version in the comics where they have Winter Soldier leading the team. So you definitely want to get this number 1. And also you want to get the Hulk number 449, which is the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. It's going for about $150, 9.8 graded, and somewhere around about $45 to $50 raw near mint. So my prediction is that the Thunderbolts will be a movie in the year 2021, or possibly it could be moved up to 2019 as a replacement for the Inhumans in Phase 3. You never know about these things. Considering how popular the Winter Soldier is, it could happen. Now, let's not forget that Marvel is owned by Disney, and they want to appeal to kids and teens and younger audiences. So they're going to give us some projects that feature young people. And that would include Miss Marvel, also known as Kamala Khan. When it comes to diversity, she checks all the boxes. She's female, she's teenage, she's Muslim, and she's an Inhuman. I think they will introduce her in a Captain Marvel movie, and she'll be a spinoff for her own television show. She's been starring in her own comic book since 2014 to massive acclaim. The comic is written by G. Willow Wilson, who is also a Muslim American. The character Kamala Khan is a Pakistani American. The character's religion is a part of the story, but not the complete story. The book is written with an awkward sense of humor, sort of like early Spider-Man in the Ditko years. The character was introduced in Captain Marvel number 14 back in 2013 as a cameo, and her first full appearance in Captain Marvel number 17. Issue number 17 also has second print variant which showed her costume for the very first time, and it was so rare it shot up to about $200. My prediction is that Miss Marvel will get introduced as Kamala Khan unpowered in a Captain Marvel movie and then get spinned off from there for her own TV show. She will get introduced to the Terrigen Mist, and then it will activate her Inhuman genome. This will be the type of TV show on ABC Family, and it will show her balancing her life between being a superhero, her family life, which is traditional Muslim, and the awkwardness of being a teen in high school, and trying to juggle all of that. My final Phase 4 prediction is going to be The Runaways. If you're not familiar with this project, it was created by Brian K. Vaughan, who's most famous for Saga, and it's the story of the children of supervillains, and they don't know that their parents were supervillains, and they find out about it, and they decide to run away and protest. If you took the movie Stand By Me and mixed it with the TV show Glee, somewhere in the middle with superpowers, you would get The Runaway. The Runaways' first appearance is in The Runaways number 1 from 2003. This is a very rare and very expensive book with a cult following. A 9.8 graded is going to cost you about $325. If you find a raw near mint copy for about $50, I'd say go ahead and buy it. It's only going to keep going up. So my prediction is that The Runaways will be a television show around 2022. It may cross over at some point with Miss Marvel. That's about it for today. Thank you for watching this video about my Marvel Phase 4 prediction. Be sure to follow my blog at comicpower.net. On social media, follow me at facebook.com/comicpower.net and comicpower-universe.tumblr.com. And don't forget twitter.com/comicpowersub. I also sell comics on eBay at this link. Here's a complete list of all the movies Marvel has done for Phase 1, 2, and 3. This is Comic Killer 72 for Comic Power saying bye-bye. And don't forget to share this video, click on subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and tell everyone you know about this channel to help it grow. Thank you for your support.